Just a few more things to add to our Layton Trophy Cabin, and we'll have it officially complete with a diamond or rare in every single spot. We're slowly getting there, but we still need 2 more from Hirschfelden and just 1 from Layton Lakes. We are missing a roe deer, and despite shooting 2 level 5 wild boar, both of them have trolled. We still need a boar for that spot up there. So we're headed to Hirschfelden multiplayer today, and we're going to see if we can cross any more off the list. So I would say, quite honestly, the approach at this point is pretty straightforward. Only needing 2 animals that have a pretty kind of ideal time to hunt them. We're going to be just going through the fields in the early part of the day, trying to maybe pick up tracks. Maybe we hit a max weight roe deer or max weight boar track and make things really simple. But with the state of multiplayer, boy, that took a long time to claim. Speaking of the state of multiplayer, when you find a server you can stay in, you kind of just gotta stay there. So it is currently 9:30. Really, the ideal time to hunt boar minus their drink zone is late in the evening. They'll be all through the field. We're waiting for that and waiting for roe deer drink time and hoping to pick up a track as we go along. Or maybe we look for one with a better time because we're already disconnected. Well, that worked. There's a piebald female bison in the first herd, so it's we should probably try to just shoot that, but it's 16:54. It's the end of roe deer drink time. Again, just trying to find a server that we can get in. Not too worried about the specifics. And I'm trying to get down to this lake, and we've got ourselves another rare bison. We've already got one on the wall in our Layton Trophy Cabin, and that of course is a piebald gold male. So this is more of sort of just a bonus, but there is always that opportunity to like improve on the stuff that we've already got in the lodge. And that's why what I was talking about earlier, going through the fields and checking for tracks and stuff, maybe we find a, rare rooster pheasant or something crazy like that. That's why I think it's completely fine to take the approach we had and look for tracks, but got DC'd from that server, end up in a much better one. Let's tax that because we already know things can go poorly. Left lung followed by a heart shot from the 7mm bolt action. 99 scoring silver. Level 3 female Euro bison are not at all uncommon. They show up a lot. Would have been possible to get a gold piebald female. I think we had, if I'm not mistaken, before we got the gold male that's in our Layton Trophy Cabin now, I think we also had a piebald female. So we've killed quite a few rare bison in this series. Now I think we just spooked him. I had a fleeing roe deer call up here, but a max estimate roe deer track, and really, we got so lucky with that piebald bison, because this is the first place I should have gone for sure. It's a good roe deer spot, and I just didn't immediately think of it, and we end up getting ourselves a rare just by pure luck. Dark gray fur is gotta be like, I don't think it fled long enough ago that it's through here. There he is. He is pretty decent level 2. We have the 243. I don't think that can make diamond. Sure was nice of him to stop though. Pretty sure we got a vital hit. Whole bunch of blood. We have the vital hit blood. I think maybe the first shot wasn't. High bleed rate, and he's laying just across the road, so that definitely worked out. What, he went up to 84, I think? He's a 76, not a bad roe deer at all, and it actually was the first shot that got left lung. 31.5 kilo, like that is solid, just a little better than that. And we have our 82 or so for the lodge. Still a little laggy as we're claiming stuff, but hopefully that's not going to be an issue. And it's 17:20. I think we probably better hit the fields, go and try to find some boar. I mean, that's what we're looking for. Max estimate wild boar track. Gotta imagine, because it's well after 1700 now. It's 1800. They should be in a feed zone. Or are these old tracks going to this rest zone? I don't love that I can't see his next track. Guess we better see. That's a fallow zone, so that's got nothing to do with it. I almost wonder if he's a solo, because there's not a bunch of tracks around. That's a boar track. That's his track. Well, he's out here somewhere. Thinking that ought to be them. There's a solid roe deer in there. Where is... Of course he's a 4. Up to 127, so nothing special. But we'll still go ahead and try to get him. I think there are only the... No, there's more than 3. So there should be 5. That look kind of cool. We'll have to see if a 4th one comes out of there, because plus the level 4, I've only seen 3, and I'm pretty sure they're usually in groups of 5 or 6. And when we spotted them, they're was a feed zone unlock, so he's 123, I believe that says. Not well into the max weight range, but we're just getting started here. We can hunt well after dark and still get them in their zones. That feed zone I mentioned, this runs till 2100, so what I wanted to do was get a feed zone track and just see how many were in that group. I guess, is that them? I kind of think that's a separate group of them. I didn't remember there being a 3. Just gonna let them go for the sake of hunting pressure then, but I think we're fine. We'll probably run through here real quick and make sure there's no other big tracks. Well, the hefty tracks are kind of working, and go figure, that was supposed to be in the other server, but still just below max levels as of now. That guy goes up to 81, but I actually think he's smaller than the other max estimate 2 that we got, and it is nearly dark, so we do have our night vision binos. Like I said, we're probably going to be checking these fields for feeding boar for a good 30 minutes or so, but in the meantime, another decent little roebuck. So this guy is 71, a 30 kilo buck. Again, not too bad. I think it's in the range of 33 kilo, where you've got a shot at them being a level 3 and of course a diamond. So we're not terribly far off. And I want to scoot like down through here. We did get that road deer zone. That had to be off a track. We haven't been down that far yet. That's not a bad wild boar, but there's really just not as many around as I thought there'd be today. Got a fallow deer warning calling down there, so we may just kind of creep over the hill. I wouldn't mind like a bigger rare or even just a diamond in the lodge. That is not either of those things, so we'll probably just go ahead and try to get this guy. I think he's alert because we're running around. If he'll either turn broadside or maybe just stand there and feed. See if we can get his attention to spin around. We'll probably get him, and we actually have gotten host of this server, so I think we'll rest to at least sometime in the daylight, so we're not stuck hunting in the dark all day. I wonder where we hit that, because he went down pretty fast. Obviously vital blood, but that can't have just been single lung, or I guess it can be. 7 mil's a little better for wild boar than I thought, because they got boosted to class 5. They're a little bit tougher than they used to be. 108 scoring gold for him, I guess, like I said, not too bad. And I think we can finally see the light of day again. Man, another solid looking roe deer buck, 67 to 79 this time. And it's kind of that same idea as hunting in the evening. They are in those feed zones, and we'll probably just try to run it all the way through to their drink time. Because as far as this server goes, I want to say we got like maybe 5 minutes of it. We killed that piebald bison, ended up spending more time with that. But that's a good looking buck. Still, we know it's going to fall shy, but this has been, I would say, the case with a lot of stuff. We slowly kind of start to find some of the better areas to check, the places that it's worth spending time in, and more we're finding a lot of max estimate level 2 bucks. It's only a matter of time. And this one might be our best one today. 75.63 at least makes them close. I forget the score of the first one. But I like that we're able to actually get some decent ones. And up here has proved to be a really good spot too. It's kind of like north of that Peterstein Lake that I talked about going to right after we killed the piebald bison. And actually that was where we got the other one, was somewhere up in here. So just gonna scoot through these fields, and actually I'm not even sure what the plan is after that. Could that be a 3? It looks pretty big. I want to flee in there. Now that's still a 2, 72 to 83 though. And like, I don't even know, it was a pheasant on the first server I think before we disconnected. All these big roe deer bucks have just been on this one server. I thought maybe that was like an ugly 3 where the little bit of Truex influence had the antlers bending inwards, but no such luck there. It's actually down here at this bison spot we've been going to in the far southwest. Did just see, where even was that? A couple of roe deer there, nothing too special. Looks like as far as the drink zone locations, very, very similar to the Euro bison, so that's actually good to know. And I'm not going to say there's no chance, but I sure don't see a lot of level 2 diamond roe deer posted. He doesn't look half bad though. Let's see. 78, 32 plus kilo, right there. Just a little bit north of that. I wonder too, like, how does this all work? Main beam length, tine circumference, burr circumference, inner spread. I'm not sure if these antlers were a little bit more shaped like normal, because they kind of, like I said, bend inwards. I don't think we'd get 3 additional points, maybe a little bit more, but not quite that much. Well, despite all the roe deer bucks today and another max weight estimate one there, no level 3s, and no level 2 diamonds, as much as we may expect that to be exactly the case. But we're going to try to make a 300-meter shot on this guy. Maybe, you know what, I'm going to throw the Argus scope on. This may only make it worse, but that hard shot challenge is running. We might as well try to get it. We'll just kind of see if we can maybe land that. It should be like right on 300. Probably fairly close. Got through the lungs. Not gonna be the hard shot to do the multiplayer challenge, but one final road here for the day, and go figure. You always wonder like what could have been, but we end up losing connection to that first server. We had killed one pheasant, I think, and that was it. And then we end up here. First kill is the piebald bison, and we're unable to get anything else since then. I always wonder, you know, what was on that server that we got disconnected from, but when we immediately find something cool on the next server, can't really complain about that. And so I don't remember for sure, but either every road deer buck we shot today or all but one have been north of 30 kilos, and I talked about that when we were in that crop field earlier. We're finding a lot of big road deer. Eventually, we're going to stumble into one that makes that 81 plus requirement, and we can add that to the lodge, and then it's only going to be the wild boar. We don't have any trouble finding a couple of big ones, but no such luck here today. I guess you can only find so many good things on one server, but anyway. No trophy lodge trip to go back with. We have our piebald female bison. That'll probably be a second lodge edition, maybe. We have most of those really big plaques filled anyway, so maybe down the road we'll look at it. We could see a future multi-mount where you can put a female bison in it. As of now, there's not one, so we'll save it for something like that. That is, though, going to do it for this video, so as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.